good. Hi everyone. So indeed, I am Thomas, the CEO of Everox, here to tell you about smart concrete upcycling. And let's start by talking a little bit about concrete. It's all around us. You can see these pillars. It's incredibly cheap. It's incredibly durable. It's a manufacturing process which has been known since the Romans, highly perfected. And for all these reasons, it's incredibly difficult to disrupt. And unfortunately, it's also responsible for 8% of global CO2 emissions. But what we're doing at Everox, perhaps, is a meaningful part of the solutions to this problem. There is also a great deal of concrete waste out there around the world. On this slide, you see some numbers. Essentially, there's somewhere between 3 and 10 billion tons of concrete waste being produced all around the world every year. And what we can do is take this waste, process it, and harvest out of it 20 to 30% of material, which can then replace cement. And we can do this with very low energy costs and low carbon footprint. Our mission is to phase out virgin materials in concrete overall, and to shift the industry from extremely extractive to a circular one where demolition projects send their materials to a local recycling facility, and then all these materials are recycled, reused locally as well in new concrete and new buildings. Here you can see a picture of waste concrete. This is what we process in our plant, and as you can see, it's really heterogeneous. Just on this picture, you can see some old rebar that's been twisted and that's rusty. There's some soil, there's some natural stone, and this is actually quite clean. In many places, there'll be a lot of brick, wood, glass, ceramics, and that's some of the variability that we have to deal with on the plant, and that's where the smart part of the process comes in. This is the business as usual value chain for cement and concrete. Materials are taken out of a quarry, they go to a factory, new concrete is produced, it goes into a building. At the end of its life, all this stuff is demolished, and then, unfortunately, it either goes under a road, a parking lot, a playground, a landfill. Essentially, it's used as a soil stabilizer, and it doesn't go back into original concrete application. And that's where our innovation comes in. We can put the material through our process. We have a optimized form of crushing. We have a special form of separation that we've developed, a thermal process, which also helps to enhance the quality of the material. And then we have also our patented activation process to make the material have binding properties again. And thanks to this, we can make concrete which is 100% circular. And the potential is quite huge. From the 8% global CO2, we can reduce 1/4 of it thanks to this, just thanks to one technology. In a nutshell, we take the waste concrete with all of its impurities and then get coarse aggregate, activated cement paste, which replaces cement, a fine sand product, and then a filler. That's what we do. Can it be done? Yes, it can. This is a little bridge on the TU Delft campus that has been built with our materials. Here's some wave breakers on a dike in the Netherlands again that have been produced with our materials. And here is a picture of one of our industrial pilots that we built up in 2023. And so using these reference cases, we were able to really demonstrate to the market and to investors that the solution works, the process works. We were able to raise money to build a first commercial plant with a continuous process, and then we hit a bump in the road, which is this variability of the input quality. Actually, we realized now we need to become a sensor company, and so for the past 2 years, we've been developing a whole slew of sensors. In combination with that, advanced process controls and predictive algorithms to make sure that regardless of the quality of the material going in, we still have stable output quality going out. This is just a rendering of the factory that we're currently building in the Netherlands. As you can see, it will be partially operational this year and fully operational in the beginning of next year. This is the main Series A milestone that we're working towards, and after this, we'll be raising our B round. Let's talk a little bit about the economics. I mentioned earlier we have really low energy cost and a low carbon footprint. This is key not only for the environment, but also for the commercial viability of the concept. The cement and concrete sector is hyper-commoditized. There's not really such a thing as a green premium. And so we need to keep production costs really low. Once again, having an automated process is really key for that as well. We reduce the amount of workers on site, and we're able to then have just very low energy per ton of material going out. What this graph shows is what kind of value do we generate for 1 ton of waste concrete going in, and what you see if it's almost 40 euros for every ton. And out of that, we have approximately 15 euros of production costs, so we have a 53% EBITDA margin. At the moment, we're in this first-of-a-kind phase of the company. We're building the first full-scale commercial unit with 100 ton per hour input. This is a really critical milestone for us. We're building it as a joint venture, and we want the next projects also to be joint ventures so that we retain full operational control of the plant and also full ownership of the IP generated in the production process. After that, after a series of joint ventures that we aim to deploy over 3 years, we want to license and franchise the concept, and that will really be the rocket ship eventually that really makes the concept take off around the world. Very quickly about the fundraising. We're not fundraising at the moment. We aim to do that next year once the first plant is operational. But if you'd like to know more, our CFO is here. So yeah, please join us for a drink or a bite to eat after this. And finally, this is just a snapshot of the team. We have really a lot of experience on this team. People from corporates, such as myself and my co-founder Martin, we used to work together at an equipment supplier of the industry, and we worked together on decarbonization technologies, and also people such as Harold and others who have a lot of experience with startups. And that's it. Let's Everox that.